Domingue Perez against Carlsen. So sitting the fence again. A6. Now this line. So Barzowski hole now. So this hole sealed though quite kind of quickly. And Carlsen's moving his king into safety. He wants to hold up c5, I guess, now, and use c5 and e5 squares. Okay, b5. So there's some king safety issue here, but so Carlsen's just dropped the pawn because of that diagonal. So black's under real pressure. But okay, he tries to blockade that c pawn and get the queens off, but white's not having it at the moment. Check, takes on d5, check. Now queen e6. Perpetual check, so Dominguez finally blundered somewhere, allowing us queen b3. Perpetual check situation, so draw. Jakovenko against Carlsen. So queen's game accepted again. So not with the idea of holding on to the pawn, but just getting good game for his pieces. Nice pressure on the diagonal. Potentially good bishops. So knight takes a5 here. So at the moment, black, he's doing okay. Knight c6. So knight c5, that's good square to use, the c5 square. And now queen c5 offering exchange of queens. But if bishop takes f6, then queen c1 is mating on the back row. So the exchange of queens came off. And now after rook c2, actually white must have either resigned or lost on time. His position is difficult actually if the bishop gets protected. Well, maybe there's knight c3 if rook a2, so that looks kind of crushing. Bishop d5, rook b2, and both pieces are in pre, so that looks like it could be lost. So white might have resigned there. Gelfand against Carlsen. So Sicilian with no, not Sicilian. This is from the Queen's Pawn opening. But so, what's the key thing Carlsen's doing? He's getting control a bit of the light squares. Got rid of the light squared bishops. Now this knight's retreating back. Okay, he's got good light square control. And okay, more simplification. I wonder if the king's going to come and help now. So there was this temporary pawn sacrifice by white, but Carlsen's holding on to d5 for the moment. He's losing d6 now. Okay. So g5. So what's happening here? This looks like it's kind of complex with the isolated queen pawn being a liability. So white never took it. Carried on not taking it. So e3 is a bit of an issue there. Outside past a pawn. So this is dangerous for white. Now e3 again is being victimized. Alright, so this is starting to look like a fantastic ending now for black. So two pawns, this pawn's enough to win. Okay, so he beat Gelfand like that. Anatoly Karpov now playing against. So Greenfield, like in the Karpov Blitz games. So knight a6. So bishop d4. We've seen this before in the Karpov games. So this is an interesting variation. So b6, knight c5 now. Okay, so black seems to have got over some of the issues with center. Two rooks for the queen. But it's more difficult, I think, for black to coordinate. So now queen c2. This is winning material. Karpov resigned here. Okay. Neidich against Carlsen. So Carlsen plays e5, and now we have the exchange variation. So he's sacking the e pawn, but he's getting it back. So is c7 an issue? So queen d5. Why wasn't there queen c7 here? Queen takes c7, bishop takes f3 maybe. So the queens came off, and black seems solid. So yeah, so now the structure changes. So black's got a big passed d pawn now, and also pressure on the queen side. So that it seems black has his positioning outplayed his opponent a little bit. He's holding up white's king side as well. Sort of minority attack on the king side, maybe with g4 coming up. Winning the b3 pawn. So is another winning rook and pawn ending coming up here. Looks like it's pretty dire for white in this endgame. So here either white lost some time or just resigned. He's going to be losing c pawn as well now. Morozevich against Carlsen. So queen's gambit accepted. But Morozevich won this game. This looks very, very sharp, but Carlsen looks a bit underdeveloped here. Check. So bishop e7 maybe had an issue here. Knight f5. Looks as though Carlsen's opening is a major disaster with his king in the center here. So bishop d7, knight takes. So white seems to have a big initiative. It doesn't mind the queens coming off. It's getting even more material on the queen side. Queen c7. Okay, so check. Takes on d7. Whoa. This looks hopeless. Check. Check on f6. Alright. So if I don't know. Why was that necessary? Oh, to win the bishop on g3. Queen takes g3. So, yeah. What an awful game that was. Now winning the rook on e4, so that was a bit of a crush. Something really went wrong in Carlsen's opening here with b5. Yeah, this looks dire after this bishop d6. Not easy. This queen e2 check, very powerful. The idea of just knight f5. So Kosteniuk against Carlsen. So Sicilian defense. So now bishop takes f6. Carlsen's king, is it stuck in the center here? He's offering a trade of queens. Just going for queenside counterplay. And his queen's very aggressive. So keeping the king in the center and just going for white's king. Now a3 is a major threat. Yes, very dynamic play. Look at this pressure on the queen side. So this bishop now, I suppose, coming to this diagonal as well. So that's very cruel. Check. Now bishop c7. Okay, well this diagonal to win the f pawn. Winning material. So there'll be rook takes g8. So here there's also rook c2s and rook h1s, even more important. After rook e5, rook c2 and rook h1. So that was interesting how Carlsen left his king in the centre for a long time there. Gryzczuk against Carlsen. So another Sicilian defence. Doesn't mind bishop c6. So he's playing like a French defence kind of setup. Well, he was. So he's protecting against the mate there. Nice blockade on d5. Taking on c3. Doesn't mind this transformation to this structure. He's got some squares to exploit c4 and d5. So now, let's see. So there's the c pawn to work on. The rook came to the 7th, but has white got a dangerous thing going on the king side? Rook e4 here. Exchange sack. But, okay, here, there isn't rook e7 yet. As a threat. Oh, now rook e7. Right, but there's check. Alright, was this a bit of a mess, this queen and pawn ending? Well, Carlsen's, maybe he's a pawn up. So it's a bit of a long grind ahead in this queen and pawn ending. So how did he do it? Just gradually moving his king over there. Then gradually herding the pawns down, I guess. So herding, herding, more herding, and here either white resigned or lost on time. And that's it, we've gone into an Iranian game. So that was Carlsen with black. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's ideas to pick up for either one's blitz or for one's long games. Please leave me any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.